Yo, what's up guys? Here I am in the middle of Rome. How or why exactly I decided to come here is still a little bit beyond me. This is what happens when you spur of the moment decide to buy plane tickets and you don't have a job that is tied down to one location. I'm going to be here for 4 days, and while I'm here, let's go ahead and check out some of the best sites here in Rome. So here we go. Not going to lie, this is a pretty impressive cathedral we got going on here. Not gonna lie. Woo! So I just learned this area is called the Spanish Steps. It was built like the 17th century, but one thing I find really interesting, if you look here, you can see there's Egyptian symbolism all the way up and down this monument. Fascinating. People really seem to like this fountain. I'm not quite sure why. It just looks kind of like a fountain, excuse me. People even filled up their water bottles. I wish I got on video, but yeah, there's a fountain. It's another little interesting thing to look at. I don't have a map or anything like that, so I'm kind of just playing this game right now, follow the tour groups around. Seems to be working out pretty well. So I'm not sure if it's bad directions or what, but not at the Colleseum, but here I am at kind of the next best thing. Pantheon, however you pronounce it. Just kind of look inside.
Sometimes be horrible.
One of the wonders of the ancient world, just God, nothing quite like it. Very tall, unsuspended concrete. Alright, still haven't found the Colosseum. Keep getting pointed this way, this way, the third, the other, but nobody seems to be pointing me in the right direction. But right here we have the sacred area of Largo, Argentina, or something like that. Apparently this was burned down to the ground during the Roman Empire, the period of the Roman Empire. So it looked like this as the Roman side. So yeah, a little bit of a better view of what's going on here. Of course, I cannot walk around down there, even though having a degree in history, that's not a prerequisite for seeing historical sites and exploring them or anything, by any means. But yeah, there's a little bit better view of that. Here's what this place allegedly looked like. Here's what we see today. So apparently this was built as a result of some competition not too long ago. But I don't want to pay the fee to get in. Finally, we have the Colleseum in sight, but in the meantime, here's another destroyed Roman site. So the sides for it are weathered, so I couldn't tell you exactly what this is. But nevertheless, worth looking at, right? So over here in the distance, really interesting. We see this picture that slowly but surely goes up on a ramp. So maybe that's telling a story of some sort. Not quite sure, but very cool. What's up? Day 2 here in Rome. I spent all day yesterday trying to find the Roman Colosseum. Well, by the time I found it, my battery had died, and I just felt like going back to the hotel. So I'm going actually first today over to the Vatican. We're going to check out the Sistine Chapel, Vatican Museum, all that. So here we go. Let's do this. All right. So I think this reads I am here. Seeing old structure that says Musei Vatican, something like that, Italian. Tour guides outside probably trying to extort money from me, but I'm just going to avoid them and keep walking right on this way. Here we go. Alright, so here we are. We have two options: pay double the price and get in, or wait in a line and get in for half the price. That's what I'm doing. Here we go. Look at that. You take 5 steps into the museum and you already see the Pope. Well, it was the Pope, now it's a baby. But yeah, here we go. Let's do this. There's the Pope. I feel like I'm at Disney World. There's tourists everywhere. But here's a look outside into the gardens that's inside the Vatican. One thing that's pretty cool about Rome is the Roman aqueduct still works. So people get free water all around the street. But yeah, let's go see the Sistine Chapel. How about that? Alright, walking down the path. Here inside the Vatican. Here inside the Vatican Museum. Nice little courtyard. On my way over to the Sistine Chapel. Alright, let's keep moving. Inside we got marble statues for days. Most of them don't even have names, so couldn't even tell you, but worth looking at regardless. It's not every day you get to look at a statue that was made around 100 AD. Yeah, all of them are. Most of these are. Wow. Here's Emperor Claudius. This guy is so old that they had to cut his head off in the year 41 AD just to keep the statue alive. So you can see there's a little mark right there showing he cut his head off. Old. Here's Emperor Tiberius. Apparently he's made the same year he died, 37 AD. Apparently. Emperor Tiberius. I promise I won't show every statue. There's like well over 100. But here is Caesar Augustus. That's right, famous Caesar Augustus right here. In the flesh, bro. In the marble. Alright, this is the last one just because I couldn't skip it. It is Hercules. Yeah, that is right. Hercules, the real guy. Here he is. Just when I thought the statues were done, here's another room full of statues. See if we can find anything cool. This is called the Nile. Apparently it was in the Temple of Isis and created around 50 AD and was in Egypt for a while. The Nile. Looking out at the rest of Rome and the Vatican. Great view. Really great artwork is wherever you look, really. Another nice little courtyard here at the Vatican. Courtyard. Old statues everywhere. Everywhere. More artwork on the ceiling. On the way over to the Sistine Chapel. Feels like I've been following the sides for it for like an hour. Here we go. Famous Greek guy, Heracles. Egyptian sarcophaguses inside the Vatican. Who would have thought? There they are. Another really beautiful room here at the Vatican. A couple sarcophaguses. High ceilings. Quite possibly the largest rug in the world. So big, it's a tapestry, not a rug. There it is. Not quite sure what's better because I haven't been in there yet, but what's better, the art going into the Sistine Chapel or outside of it itself? No idea. Looks like that all the way down the hallway. Probably could spend all day looking at each of these individual paintings. All the way, about halfway down the hallway now. All these paintings on the side, it's the entire Italian peninsula in detail. So each painting is a different part of the Italian peninsula up top. Just random, unlabeled, unmarked paintings. Parking lot in the Vatican. I would show the inside, but as you can see, there's no photos, videos, or any of that inside. There's the best you can get, sorry. Sistine Chapel. Alright, here's the view from the exit. Getting out of the Vatican now, so I hope that little 15 seconds of illegal recording was worth it. And it's good. We'll see. Take it home to edit later. Still at the Vatican. Rule number 1 for budget travel. You see these little shops? Turn and run fast. Alright, so after just spending 4 hours inside the Vatican, exploring all the sites and everything, I think it's time to finally go to the Colleseum, get inside, see what's going on in there. So let's head on over there. It's gonna take about 15 minutes just to ride the metro over there. So here we go. Let's do this. So here we are at the metro. One thing that kind of sucks about traveling in Rome is that unless you have a car or anything like that, you have to pay for the metro. So for 3 days, it cost me 20 euros or about 6-7 euros a day just to use the metro. But easy way to get around. You can visit all the sites just using the metro. So yeah, heading over to the Colosseum. Let's do this. All right, here we are finally at the Colosseum. Walking in. I have no idea what the ticket costs. Hopefully they don't charge me an arm and a leg. But let's go in there and see what we can find inside the Colosseum. Don't know if this will be cool or not, but we're gonna check it out when in Rome, right? So we are inside. It was only 12 euros, so not too bad, but don't know what to expect so far. So let's start walking in, see what happens. Just gonna walk this way, then we'll press record again once we see something a little bit more interesting. So this is the view that you would see walking in if you were, I guess, a tourist way back when, or even today, a tourist. This is the view you see walking in. We're gonna walk this way, right along the exterior of the stadium. Let's get walking. Alright, this little exterior part's starting to kind of look all the same. So let's walk in over here into the main part of the Colosseum. I almost call it a stadium, but it's really what it is. Looks a lot like that. So, wow. So apparently this seated up 50 to 70,000 people. When I went to college over at Colorado State University, they couldn't even fit that many people in their old stadium. So this is like way ahead of its time. So let's keep walking around. Here's what the inner part looks like. They won't let you go down to the underground area. There was like a stipulation of some sort. They're not letting people down there, of course, but oh well, that's what it looks like. That's the stadium. Don't really know what else there is to see, but that's the Roman Colosseum. Walking around a little bit, trying to get a good little view of what it looks like on the inside here. Mostly destroyed, sadly, but you can definitely tell that this is something we're seeing way back in its heyday. Even today, people still pay to come see it. Another view of the inner area. I once heard that they filled this Colosseum up with water sometimes for naval battles, but all this destruction is making it hard to kind of figure out exactly how they did that. But I'll look into it more before I publish this video. But yeah, look, this is what the ground level looks like. I'm trying to find a stairway that looks like this, that isn't gated off and stairs actually work. We'll see if we can find one. Lots of broken stuff sitting around. Broken stuff. Everything's broken everywhere. Still walking around in a circle, trying to find stairs. See if they're here somewhere. Maybe not. And we found stairs. Yes. Here we go. Let's see what's up here. Flights of stairs. Like the original football stadium right here. Artwork everywhere, kind of depicting what this place was used for. As we can see here, there's a lovely picture of mutilated people. But that's what the Romans liked, apparently. To think of all the possibilities of stuff that they might find while excavating underneath the Roman Colosseum, I think that they might have a little bit more exciting things to put in here than ceramics and pots and pans, but that's what they have. right here in Latin, apparently we learn, according to this nice little text over here, that this whole Colosseum was actually renovated after an earthquake in the 400s AD. Interesting, wow. Apparently inscribed in this marble right here is the Greek word Thontos, for, well, not, how do you pronounce it, for death. The word is death, wow. If you ever go to Rome and see the Roman Colosseum, you can see the Roman Colosseum. It's part number 1. And, well, it doesn't really matter, but there's part number 2. This is the original reserved parking spots right here. It's the names. According to the sign right here, a sequence of 3 slabs of seating with senators' names and blah 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 blah. You get the point. Alright, on the last stretch of this little quote unquote tour of the Roman Colosseum. Alright, here's what it looks like. One of the views on the 2nd level. We'll walk around, see if we can find some or a better view. Let's keep walking. So I just learned by reading a sign that was all underground. So the playing field, quote unquote, was covered before this area was destroyed. So that's how they filled it up with water and all that. Don't know exactly how they sealed the liquid off or anything and all the specifics, but that was actually underground. So people were down there underground below the Colosseum fighting. Here's the entrance where I first came in. Another nice view of the entrance, looking down into the underground area. And at the playing field, or the imaginary playing field, all you see is the underground. I don't know how I just noticed this, but if we look out in the distance, you can see that they're maybe reconstructing part of the playing field. I call it the playing field, I don't know what the word is. But maybe in the future, that's going to connect all the way across the whole bottom part. Then maybe in the future, they'll open up the underground again. So, don't know how that's working or why exactly it's closed. Wish I could go down there, but that's what it looked like. Could definitely see why people would want to come here. Big place. Don't know why they'd want to see each other or see people kill each other, but you know, when in Rome. Pretty good view into the underground area. Lots of hallways, areas to walk. Underground area. I wish I could go down there. I don't think the security would like it too much. I just made friends with a security guard who told me that they in fact are not rebuilding that. They're just leaving it there so that dumb people like me can come in here and understand where the playing field is, how it worked. So yeah, back into the ground level. Don't really think there's anything else to see. Walk around, see if I can find something else to put on camera. Get one last look around before I might make a decision to head out. So one nice view, one last view of the stadium. I'm walking back out. Alright, so it's 7:15 and they are closing the Colosseum, so gotta go. So I think I saw it all though, besides the underground area, which I could have saw that, but that's the Roman Colosseum. So off to the next stop. One more little random fact before we leave. Apparently the Colosseum was named after the famous Colossus statue. So that's the last little random fact. Let's go to the next stop. Here is what's left of the Roman Forum. Gonna have to do that tomorrow. Alright, so it's about 8:30 now. The sun's going down. Don't really have time for anything else, but I have this other place, the Fontana di Trevi. It's another big site here in Rome. Figured go check that out and then make my way back home. So one more. Here we go. Okay, so I wasn't really expecting much when I heard Fontana di Trevi, but this is actually pretty cool. As you can see, there's waterfall everywhere, all around here. I'm going to take one more little clip on the other side. But here's one side of the Fontana di Trevi. Here's the middle. A lot of tourists. Very popular attraction. Fontana di Trevi. Just cause here's the right side. So apparently, if you throw a coin in the Fontana di Trevi, it guarantees that you will one day return to Rome. So I'm not really superstitious, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. So here is one Moroccan dirham. See? Real. It is going in the fountain. If I can get this on camera, maybe not. Yeah, it's gone. I threw it. May not see it, maybe not, but yeah, coming back to Rome, apparently. I learned that this column right here, this column tells the stories of all the conquests of, I believe it's Marcus Aurelius or something like that. But if you look closely, it's kind of hard to see. But each of those little pictures is a story of a conquest. It goes all the way to the top. So yeah, that guy killed a lot of people. All right, day number 3 here in Rome. Just got a few more things to do today, but first I have to go get a bus ticket over to my next stop in Croatia. So first things first, gotta find the bus station. Then last day of sightseeing, then tomorrow heading out. So let's do this, here we go. All right, so I bought my bus ticket to Croatia, right? But I forgot to mention that I want to leave tomorrow, and I ended up booking a ticket for tonight to go to Croatia. So I have 6 hours to do, I think it's 3 more sites. So let's get moving, and then I'm gonna be heading off to Croatia here soon. So let's get this done. Here we go. Last day of Rome, day 3, last day, not for 4 days. Let's do this. All right. I realized yesterday when I was making this, I didn't get a good view of the outside. So I'm gonna start today off by just walking around the Colleseum real quick and giving you a nice view of the outside of it, because the ticket also comes included with 2 more sites. It's right where I'm going. So as you can see, just using the people at scale, this thing is very tall just to stand next to. Amazingly tall, at least on this side. But let's take a walk around to the other side, see what it looks like from over there. All right, so about a quarter of the way walked around now, you can start to see where the destruction really took place, a lot of it. So all the way up there, that's where it used to reach that high, all the way around. As you can see, it did get torn down a little bit. So that's really what it looks like all the way, the rest of the way around. So let's go ahead and take one more look. But I think you guys can get a general idea of what it looks like on the outside. Obviously, there's lots of pictures on Google. Just trying to give you a personal experience here. But yeah, that's where the big destruction is right there. Let's get one more shot. Walk a little bit further. Here we go. Still walking around a little bit. Just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looks like walking around. As you can see, it's almost like, or it really is, just like any sort of football stadium that we would see in the United States. So this is the original football stadium right here, Roman Colleseum. Woo! Get one more shot in. Alright, so last little look right here. It looks like this basically the whole rest of the way around. So this part's a little less destructive, but as you can see, as you work your way around, it starts to look worse and worse, with the exception of that one part. One thing I wanted to show you, right here, you can see it says Anno XIV, or I believe Italian is very similar to Spanish, and so when it says Anno, I believe the word is Anno, and then XIV, obviously those are Roman numerals, and so year 14. So I'm not exactly sure what year 14 signifies. That might be the construction of the Colosseum itself, but I will put that in the description when I do that, but I just want to show that. So yeah, now let's go to the Roman Forum. So walking around in Rome, I finally decided to invest in something. I don't even know if the microphone can hear me, but I got myself a little selfie stick. Wow, look at this. It's like all smooth, everything. Walk around. It almost looks like somebody else is recording this. So cool. Alright, here we are at the entrance to the Roman Forum. Lots of, or what's left of the Roman Forum at least. Lots of political matters solved on these steps. But first, let's walk up this little hill. It's the second of 3 attractions that you get with the ticket price to the Roman Colleseum. Get the Roman Forum. You get a hill, and of course the Colleseum. Let's go look at the Colleseum from the hill, get a nice view. Here we go. Head up towards the Colleseum. But don't know how much better the view is. I'm gonna cut this for a sec. Got the Colleseum behind me. Looks like that's part of the Forum right there. Could be wrong. But this is the price you pay for this view. Look at that. I don't know if it's worth the 12, 13 euros, but get like 30 extra feet up in the air just to get a better view. Roman Colleseum. Oh yeah. Alright, so once again, paid 12, 13 euros just to get this nice little extra view over here. So, pretty cool. Gives you a nice view of the Colosseum. Woo! But that's enough. Let's go ahead and check out this forum, see if they have anything cool to look at. I figure I might as well give this one another shot, because you never know. This could be something that I don't know what it is, and it might be something worth checking out in the future. So, part of the Roman Forum. You can see lots of marble. Let's get up close to one of those marbles. Let's see what they look like up close, because I can see some really cool inscriptions. I doubt that I would be able to tell you what they mean, but very cool. Would imagine in its heyday, well actually I'm sure in its heyday it looked a lot better than this. But Roman Forum, yeah. So I just learned this archway is dedicated or in remembrance of the Jews being conquered, or Jerusalem being conquered. It was given to the emperor to celebrate that conquest. So I'm gonna walk through there, or down there, on into the rest of the forum, see what they have to offer. As much as I would love to be able to tell you guys everything that's in this area right here, on my way to the Roman Forum. We know that much, but much of this was destroyed, obviously, when the Roman Empire fell. And lots of ruins here. Just keep on walking down to the Forum. A little better view, looking down into the Roman Forum. So just showed a sign that was describing a fire that destroyed part of this, apparently. Roman Forum, let's keep walking. As you can see, lots of destroyed things. Things have been destroyed here in Rome. Look it out. I'm not sure what those columns are. Let's go explore and see what those are right over here. Looks interesting. This is apparently the Temple of Romulus, built for his son who died in the year 307.
Weapons, all the metal trumps that used to hold the blocks of the Colleseum together. To make weapons, but they still lock those doors with the original lock.
And that's what they
This is apparently an old Roman brothel. Perhaps not so called. Might be, might not be. Looking at some of the old, I believe it's marble ruins, just sitting around here still in the Roman Forum. Alright, so looking at those columns that we were looking at earlier, apparently this is where kings would quote-unquote exercise their political and religious power. According to a sign, wasn't there to tell you for sure, but very beautiful structure regardless. I couldn't tell you what those words in Latin mean up there. Destruction everywhere. So this is where Julius Caesar got social, did social stuff. Could only imagine what this looked like about 2,000 years ago. Impressive now. Who knows what it looks like? Just to give you an idea of how tall this is from eye level, look at these columns. From my estimate, using my eyes, that's at least 100 feet up in the air right there. Impressive. So this is pretty interesting. It's the umbilicus urbis, as you can see there. Okay, what this is it symbolizes the center of the city. Apparently this is a Greek concept. And this little crack in the ground right here, that symbolizes the connection between the world of the living and the quote-unquote underworld. Umbilicus urbis. Center of the city here in Rome. Some more marble. Destroyed marble. Thankfully still there. Nobody took it. Still there for tourists to see today. Alright, one more thing to look at here in Rome. Right next to the Umbilicus urbis, the center of the city. It's a really impressive set of columns. So you can see the carving on them way back when would have been impressive. So impressive that even today, still very impressive. So I'm sure there's lots of stories to be told about each of these pictures. I'm sure there's superstitious tour guides who tell all these different stories. At the end of the day, none of them were there, so who knows? That's just my take on it. But nice little arch right here. Look it up. I believe this is a church. Yes, it is a church. Right here, it's a very old church. But yeah, that's the Roman Forum. That's about all there is to see there. So I'm gonna head on over to Circus Maximus. One more thing to note on my way out here. All these statues on the way out, they do have names. But as you can see, almost every single one of them has their head chopped off. And so this could be one of two things as I see it. One, they chopped off the head and moved it over into the Vatican. Or two, they were purposely chopped off by the destroyers. Or the barbarians, or whatever the correct word is. But yeah. Just wanted to show that. Oh, we got one. There's one right here. Or that is a woman. She does not have her head chopped off. Let's see if we get a name. Nope, no name. Alright. Off to Circus Maximus. Let's do this. Here's the metro. I think it's kind of funny how graffiti all these cars are. But just a couple more sites and then I'm off to Croatia. Here comes my metro right here. So I was expecting a little bit more, but here is the Circus Maximus. Operated similarly to the Roman Colleseum. A place where spectators would come and watch games. But yeah, not much to see here. Apparently there were horse chariots involved. But yeah, I would walk around, but they don't even let tourists in to look at those signs. And that's what I'm saying. It really doesn't seem like there's much to see here, but I will check it out and get the full scoop and see if there is anything worth seeing outside of what you can see. Circus Maximus, similar to the Colleseum. Woo! So I figured I might as well walk down the steps. Yeah, I came all the way here to Rome. Might as well see the big sights, right? So here's Circus Maximus, or Circo Massimo as they say in Italian. Yeah, lots of people killed right here. Lots of chariots, whatever, raced down these streets. It was kind of funny. I just met somebody from America actually, and he was telling me, I wonder how much of a landmark needs to be left for it to be a landmark. I thought that was kind of funny. So as you can see, it's really just the grass field. But apparently, back in the days, the Romans would see Circus Maximus, it would look not too much differently than this. This is what it looked like. So that's where we were looking out at earlier. They don't actually let you over there. But yeah, Circus Maximus. Now off to the last stop, and then time to go to Croatia. Alright, so getting close to that time, but I wanted to stop and take a look at the pyramid. This is apparently a Roman pyramid, so they had some sort of love affair with Egyptian symbolism. Well, just a symbol of the pyramid, I guess, in itself. And Romans built a pyramid. So you can see some Latin letters right there. I'm not sure how well the camera can see them, but some letters written in Latin and a Roman pyramid. So I think I have a little bit more time, so I'm gonna try and see if I can stop and get some footage of the Roman aqueduct before I head out. So, Roman pyramid. Alright, well thank you everybody for joining me on this adventure. That's going to wrap it up for my adventure here in Rome. So thanks for joining me on this adventure, and I hope you got as good of an experience as I did making this video. So if you like this video and you want to see more, one thing you can do is consider supporting me on Patreon or just watching the videos. You don't have to, but obviously the biggest setback to traveling around the world is of course money. So I spend most of my time working on my computer writing articles, when I really wish I could just be making more videos like this and traveling to new places and showing you guys new things. So if you want to support me, feel free. If you don't want to, it's okay. But if you want to have these videos come out faster and more quickly, that would be one way to do it. So enough with the rant here, and thank you for joining this. Thank you for joining me on this adventure here in Rome, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Peace.